Yeah, I think Agadir are a very good side. We've already played them, and we struggled a bit away from home earlier in the season. A game where I think in the first half we were very dominant. We created a lot of very good chances. Very strong in possession, and unfortunate that we made a mistake with a long throw inside our box. And then, of course, they score. Chamak scores, the left back, from a penalty, and we had to change the organizational form a little bit in the second half, and we moved Hamza Sakhi into a deeper position. And of course, then we had a little bit more verticality from deeper areas against the low block. But a good team that has some very good players. Abir, the goalkeeper, has been very consistent for them. Very direct with the left foot and initiates a lot of attacks. Joyce Cutley up front is a striker that's got a lot of speed and a very good aggression to run into the spaces behind, and he enjoys that game a lot. He links up very well with Balkash. Joyce Cutley, in fact, and Balkash have contributed to 15 of the 19 goals that Agadir have scored. And of course, when you watch them, you can already see maybe against Swalem, maybe even against Tangier, you see how very little offensive and defensive, in particular, defensive transition responsibilities both Joyce, Cutley, and Balkash have. And again, also, you know, they've scored the most goals of the bottom 5 teams. So it's not a team that struggles offensively, but it's also a team that shows several vulnerabilities in defending, which we hope to exploit. But a good team, well coached, some very good players, and some players who are making some big contributions. And I don't think they should be anywhere near the bottom of Botola when you watch them. It's a team that we have to be at our best against tomorrow to get a good result. Yeah, our team is looking good. We've trained well. We've had some time off, which was much needed. The players got some time to refresh, spend some time with their families, and come back a little bit more rejuvenated. It came maybe not in the best of time, where we were on a very good run of 3 games, winning in a row. And you know, sometimes that disrupts the momentum a little bit. But we've got enough experience now of the Botola. We know where we are as a team. We know sometimes what we have to do, especially in front of our own fans. And the squad is looking good, apart from the fact that Dariani picked up an injury in training, so he'll be out for another 10 to 15 days. Enzo has re-injured his clavicle, the part of the shoulder, and that set him back a little bit, so we will be without Enzo for a couple of weeks, which is a big blow for us, especially considering that Zamrawi is still struggling with the virus, and so we are without 2 of probably the most creative players in the midfield. And we will see, because also 1 or 2, like Hamza Sakhi's got some personal issues. But the rest, we are in good space. The new players have come in. They've been warmly welcomed by the rest of the group. Yeah, the Mercato was very important for us because I mean, I always say this all the time. We're going to need about 3 Mercatos to really get Wydad back to the Wydad that we all expect. But the next Mercato is actually very difficult, because it's right in the middle of the Club World Cup. And so this Makato, we had to look at strengthening the team and preparing it for the Club World Cup, preparing it for next season's Botola, and hopefully, inshallah, for next season's Champions League. And part to that is not only getting the right players in, but also getting the right players out, because the squad was a little bit inflated. And also the truth is that we made a few mistakes in the previous Makato, and we didn't want to repeat those. And one is technically having players that are better than what we have, and so I think we've worked very, very hard as a group, as a team, to identify these players. And it's not an easy window. It's not an easy window, the January window, because the best players in their teams don't want to leave, and if they want to leave, their clubs don't want them to leave. And then, of course, if you want to try to improve the squad, you have to improve not only just from a tactical perspective. You've got to improve from the dynamics, from a social integration perspective. And I think the work that was done, not only just by myself, but from Mr. Benabisha, the technical director, when we had meetings every week, with the CEO, Yusuf, the president, and also having outsourced quite a few scouts. We brought in Ali, who will help us a little bit to identify some Moroccan and African talent, but also some recruitment agencies that we worked very, very close with that helped us with the data and checking where the team was, and trying to identify the right players that would fit the type of model and the type of expectations that, of course, our fans have. And those expectations are very, very high. And then it was also difficult because, you know, when you also try to recruit, other people are trying to recruit. And losing Sidi Buna Amar probably is one of the biggest blows for us. But with a lot of humility and respect, I think we accepted his request to explore a different chapter. And maybe it's important that on behalf of the club and on behalf of the staff, the rest of the players, we thank players like Buna for their contribution to the football club. He's deeply loved by this club, and rightfully so, because he's a great human being. But of course, you know, in life, everybody has certain goals and ambitions. And when Sidi came to my office after we rejected the offer 3 times, and he said, "Please speak to the club and see whether or not we can explore the possibility." We had to try to do it, and of course, then it has to suit both clubs. And I think the board, the president, then made the decision that was in the best interest for the club. And as I said, part of that is trying to release players that we did not feel could help us in the future, for various reasons. One, maybe some were not getting enough game time. 2, some maybe didn't fit the social profile of the club that we want to try to create, the culture that we believe that Wydad deserves. Wydad is a big club, a club where when you are here because you want to be here. The club offers you an opportunity to showcase your talent in front of many people across the world. And it's deeply saddening when some players have that opportunity and decide not to show the club and the fans the respect that they deserve. And I think there was a lot of very good work also in that space, because I think maybe for the first time in a very long time, when there are outgoings, we don't hear of any financial complications with regards to that. And again, you've got to thank the president and you've got to thank the board for that. But the incomings, I think we've done a very good job. We've looked at some of young players who have got incredible potential, and I think Mohamed as a centre-back for Mohammedia was one of the best players and shows great promise, and will come into the defensive area where he's got a great opportunity to learn from ABE and Jamal and Dariani, and if he can do that and be a sponge and improve, he has a bright future. Very strong with the left foot, with the right foot, dominant in the air. Does very well with standard situations and set pieces. So he's someone that we think will have a bright future at Wydad Football Club. Mwalimu, I think, will surprise a lot of people at just 19. I think he's one that also has some very good weapons. He's fast, very, very aggressive, finishes very well with both left foot and right foot. Shows very, very good abilities, not only for a game that allows you to absorb a bit of pressure and try to play on the counter, but also if you need a resting station when you are in difficulties, he's a player that can help you in those moments. He plays well also around the box to find solutions and combine with his teammates. And I think from that perspective, I think we've done also very good business there. A great investment for the club for the future. And then when we knew we were unfortunately losing CD, we had to find a very, very fast solution, and a player that for me fitted immediately this profile was Thembinkosi Lodge. Has a lot of very similar attributes to CD, with the speed, with the verticality, with the ability to create a chance from nothing. But also because of the fact that he knows the coach, he already will know the expectations. He's played for big clubs already in South Africa, so coming to another big club will allow him to accept and understand the expectations and the pressure. And I think he's also someone that we will have high expectations for. And then we had to also bring in a bit of experience into the squad. Our squad is in the top 4 of the teams in Botola, is the youngest squad and averages sometimes an age of 25 years in Botola matches, and as energetic and as exuberant as energetic with that sense that the young players come with. Sometimes you need a little bit of experience. And Mehdi Ben Abid is one that is very, very good for us. He comes in and he creates a bit of competition, but competition from a very good place. And this is what we want to try to create, an environment of safety where we can compete as brothers, but also we can go on match day and become together as one family, you know, fighting against one common enemy. So Mehdi comes in with that experience of Botola, he comes in with that experience of Champions League, he comes in with that experience of playing for the national team, and of course now we'll have to fight with Yusuf Moti for the position as the #1 goalkeeper, and of course we've got Ahmed in that space, who we also believe as a 20-year-old will come in and compete with Omar Agsdao and get good training and learn from the more experienced players. Mufi again also is someone that is very experienced. He's played for big clubs. Split is one of the biggest clubs, if not a regular campaigner in the Europa League, Champions League. He's played in the Moroccan national team. He's a Moroccan native, but also he's a very good person. And at his age, is someone that we also expect to bring in good competition for Mufid. We also brought in Malsa. Malsa is a player that is very interesting also for us at 29 years old. He's a player that's well-traveled. He's played in La Liga. He has the qualities to give us a different midfield profile, where we might have Mehdi more as an anchor, Motaraji, maybe when he plays in these positions, he helps us with being a deep-lying playmaker. We've got Pedrinho, who's still young, but also offers us a lot of qualities and maybe a different profile, like a Mezzala in that midfield. But what Malsa brings for the team is something different, where he has the intensity out of possession. He brings defensive integrity to our defensive transitions, which is something that we knew we were struggling a little bit with in the first half of the season. And then, of course, offensively, very good range of pass, can shoot from distance, and we have to see some of the shots that he took against Atletico Madrid in La Liga a few seasons ago. But he's a player we have to be patient with. You know, he's lost a little bit of rhythm, but the quality is there for sure, because you know, the saying is you know, form is temporary, but quality is permanent. And then, of course, we have brought in Samuel Obeng. Samu is someone that gives us a different range. He's left-footed. He's very aggressive in the press, strong, very strong aerially, and has a very good link-up play and holds the ball up, and is a player that can allow us to play in and around the box with our offensive players. So, yeah, I think some very good work. Congratulations to the club. A warm welcome to the new players, and we wish them everything of the best. And we can only say bon voyage to the players that have left, and we thank them for their generosity and their incredible service to this club, and we wish them everything of the best in the future. Yeah, we miss our fans. We miss them a lot. In our last game, we played without our fans. We played away from home. We got a very good result, but we enjoy playing with our fans. We do everything for our fans. They are amazing. They drive us, they push us, and we look forward to playing at home tomorrow and giving a very, very good performance with their help. I always say that every time they go Sir, it just seems to give us an extra bit of confidence and energy. So hopefully tomorrow we are better than the opposition for 90 minutes, and we can convert that dominance into a very good result. But we also want to thank them for their support. It's a difficult season for us. It's a transitional season, but it's a season where we felt the love, we felt the support, and that has given us a lot of energy to continue to fight and do our best for what I believe is the best football club in Morocco.